Coming up on your Blazers Sports Report, we catch up with the baseball and tennis teams and see how each prepare for their upcoming seasons.
Then we will take an inside look on how the softball team is hoping to have yet another solid season. Your Blazers Sports Report starts now. Hello and welcome to the Blazers Sports Report. I'm Will DiLorenzo.
And I'm Wes Harris.
Head baseball coach Greg Gilliams and the Valdosta State Blazers are off to a great start after a 17-4 victory over Albany State. The Blazers are looking to improve after falling just short of the playoffs last year. With the return of some key seniors, this could be Valdosta State's year. Our very own Bryce Adair has more on the team.
The Valdosta State baseball team and Coach Greg Gilliams, who is in his 8th year with the team, are gearing up for a solid 4-game road stretch. They look to grow from last year's road record of 12-14. When asked what improvements need to be made when playing on the road, Coach Gilliams said, "We have to be better. We need to be a better overall team." Coach Gilliams said teams naturally play better at home opposed to being on the road. The Blazers were 14-3 at Billy Grant Field last season. However, Coach Gilliams said he feels his team lacked talent, and it showed in the road games. The Blazers look to prove they are a better team in 2017. The first game back at home will be on February 11th against Wingate University. With your sports report, my name is Bryce Adair.
This should be an interesting season for the Blazers baseball team. Following 4 games on the road, VSU will return to Valdosta on February 11th to play Wingate at 1 p.m. We're looking forward to a great spring of baseball. Come out and support your Blazers.
Tennis season is right around the corner. The men's team is preparing to hit the court running. After coming up just short of the national finals last year, the team is reloaded and is ready for another successful playoff run. We caught up with head coach John Hanson to discuss the upcoming season.
It's almost springtime in Valdosta, Georgia, which means the VSU men's tennis team is hard at work preparing for their 2017 season. The Blazers are coming off their most successful playoff run since the men hoisted the national championship trophy back in 2011.
Last year was very similar to 2010 when we were in the finals of the Nationals, and we lost by 2 guys cramping up. And this past spring, we lost to the number 1 team and 2 cramps. And so that really wasn't their fault. That was my fault because there were some things I could have done to maybe prevent that.
Returning to the Blazers this season are ITA All-Americans Leo Bly and Fernando Rivas. The pair have played huge roles in VSU's success in the past. However, this year, as the veterans of the team, they've adopted new roles as leaders.
Well, as you can imagine, it's a great feeling knowing you've got some guys that, whether they want to or not, are leaders of the team because the young guys are going to look up to them. And it also gives the young guys a pretty good idea of how good the rest of the nation's going to be because you got 2 of the best right here.
The Blazers' first match is Saturday against Lynn in Boca Raton, Florida, and Coach John Hanson doesn't expect it will take a lot to get his team pumped for the match. For your Blazers Sports Report, I'm Will DiLorenzo.
Thanks, Will. The men's and women's teams are beginning their seasons on February 5th in Boca Raton, Florida against Lynn University. Then, the Blazers will travel to Milledgeville for their second match before coming back to Valdosta to face Embry-Riddle on February 17th at 2 p.m. We'll be sure to keep an eye on both teams.
A new era is approaching us. With great anticipation, the Lady Blazers softball team is ready for a new season. Blazers sports reporter Wes Harris has more.
The Valdosta State University softball team is gearing up for another season. We've been able to get a glimpse of what this year's team will be bringing to the table against their competition. Assistant coach Caitlin Calhoun shared her thoughts on how the team is preparing.
Obviously it's going to kind of be hard. We have a whole new infield basically and, new pitching. So we just have to have people at work and they've been putting in the work. So hopefully it's going to improve. I mean, that's all you can really do to try and improve is work. There's a lot different, obviously. You know, the whole infield's basically new except for a third baseman. We have a whole new pitching staff. We have one returning pitcher. So in the infield, we just gotta figure out, you know, who's gonna work where, and that's gonna be different because we had the same people for the past. First baseman was 4 years, third baseman was 2 years. So I mean, that's gonna be a big major difference. Is what are we gonna do in the field?
Last year, the Lady Blazers ended their season with an overall record of 41-14-2. They come in this year projected to finish third in Gulf South Conference standings. The Lady Blazers' first game will be this Saturday, February 4th at 11 a.m. against North Georgia in Gulf Shore, Alabama. For the Blazer Sports Report, I'm Wes Harris.
The Lady Blazers start the season this weekend at the Gulf Shore Invitational. Their first home game will be February 21st against Florida Tech. Be sure to show your support as they look to start off the season victorious. Well, that wraps up our show. Again, I'm Will DiLorenzo.
And I'm Wes Harris. Thanks for watching, and stay tuned for more Blazer sports coverage this spring. Go Blazers!